How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And before we get started, I want to say happy 4th of July to all of my American viewers out there. I also want to let you guys know the private group is now live and we are growing. Whether you want to be a better trader or a better investor, then this group is for you. If you're interested, I just want to let you know the link is inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So what we're going to be talking about today is Wish ContextLogic. I know it's been a minute since I did a video on it, but many are asking for an update. So let's go over the agenda. So the first thing we're going to be covering, of course, is the technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We have been seeing that it has been pulling back. So if you're looking to get into this play, where's the area you could decide to start by looking at support and also taking a look at areas of resistance. And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. Does Wish still have that short squeeze potential? Well, you know what? This is going to help give us the answers that we need. And then next, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. Are institutions getting involved in regards to buying and selling when it comes to this particular play? Why does this matter? Because it will have an impact as far as how the price of the stock moves, especially going in on Tuesday and for the rest of the week. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Wish. So let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $11.65, being down 4.82% on the day. On the low, it tested $11.44. Then on the high, testing $12.39. So when we take a look at our chart here, we want to see what is it looking like in regards to the trend. And of course, we can see it is looking fairly bearish here. On the Friday, we ended up testing $11.44. And what the good part about this is we do have support right here at $11.40. So seeing these areas actually hold up is fairly good. But if it does decide to pull back even further, then I'll be looking out to see how well it could hold up right around this $11.18 area, $11.20 area. If it decided to pull back even more, then I'll be looking forward to seeing how well it could hold up at $11. Will it be able to actually break through $11 come on Tuesday? To be honest with you guys, I'm really not seeing this. I feel like it should be able to have some sort of recovery, but of course, we can't predict the future, right? So what I want to show you guys now are areas of resistance. So when we saw on the Friday, we got to $12.39. So one of the things we need to understand, now that Wish is below $12, this is now going to become a psychological area. So if it's able to get back into the $12 range on Tuesday, then I'm looking forward to seeing some strength. We're going to be seeing some increased buying volume, and then we can look forward to seeing that strong move and it getting back to the $12.39 of where it tested. And if it could pass this area around the $12.39, I'll be looking forward to get to this next level where it gets to $12.50, where we'll see another area of resistance, but like I said, with more volume, could easily make that move getting back into 13. But for the most part, as far as from what we're seeing on the chart, it is definitely looking fairly bearish, and I'll be looking out for a pullback. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for Wish. So as you can see from the short volume, it is at 12.2 million. So what does this mean? Out of all of the shares that were traded on the Friday, that's how many were actually sold short. When I put this percentage in on Yahoo, this showed that it had about 77% for the short volume ratio on the close of Friday. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 10 million, updated 16 minutes ago, and the short ball free rate is at 1.38%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, and here we see it. So you can see here on July the 2nd close, it was at 77.07%. And we take a look at what it was on July 1st, being at 17.38. So what is it looking like for Tuesday? So on Tuesday, if we end up getting a lot of volume and there's a lot of buying that is going on, most definitely we could force a short squeeze here in Wish. If the volume doesn't end up being there, then we can continue to see some more downward pressure in the overall stock price. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Wish. So we can see here on the inflow, we had 205, and then on the outflow, we had 202. So we had 1 on the large, we had 138 on the medium, and we also had 66 on the small. For the outflow, we had 2 on the large. On the medium, we had 139, and then on the small, we had 61. Now, for the large scale orders in the last 5 days, we could see here there were outflow days for the 4 days, but also we did have an inflow day on June the 28th. So what did it look like? So on the 29th, we had, like an outflow of 4,237.57. The 30th, we had 873.48. On the 1st, we had 344.06. And then, of course, on the 2nd, we had 1,197.3. So there was definitely a lot of selling pressure in the stock, which is of no surprise. Ended up making that run going right at $15, and of course was met with selling pressure, people who are taking profits, and of course we were going into a 3-day long weekend. The volume ended up decreasing, so the stock price ended up going down. So I hope you guys are actually catching this trend and seeing why volume overall in general is very important, especially for plays like these, especially if you're looking also for short squeeze potential and to make some profits. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for Wish, I'm definitely looking forward to Tuesday. Part of the reason being is when we took a look at the short interest, it is at 77% for the short volume ratio. That is crazy. So as far as short squeeze potential is concerned, it is definitely on this play, and you guys already know I'm going to be keeping it on my watch list. In the technicals, we covered, hey, what are some areas you could look at as far as a starter position to see, you know what, you could take a chance on this, but make sure you pay attention to what's going on. You want to make sure there's volume there. We want to make sure there's a lot of buying pressure and so forth. So one of the things I want to let you guys know, if you want to be inside of this play, I want you to understand there are some downward risk here. So as long as you're aware of that, then hey, I'm happy for you guys, and I'm hoping that you have a solid game plan put in place. So as far as for this week, that's what we need to look forward to. We want to see continued strength inside of the market. If we end up getting this and a lot of people end up being excited, and then Wish starts showing up on radars because it's getting back to the areas where it needs to get to, especially where we talked about resistance and as well as psychological areas, then I could see some big things happening overall in general. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll be talking real soon.